Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're embarking on an absolutely extraordinary journey down one of the most iconic waterways on our entire planet. We are talking about a true lifeline that courses right through the very heart of the American West, the magnificent Colorado River. But, this journey is wrapped in a rather profound geographical mystery. How on earth does a river, one with the sheer, relentless power to carve out the colossal depths of the Grand Canyon, literally just vanish before it ever reaches the sea? It's a staggering paradox of nature, and well, in this explainer, we're going to uncover exactly how this happens. Section 1. An amazing natural marvel. Okay, let's dive right into this, because before we look at where all that water goes, we really have to appreciate the staggering landscapes it creates. Take the awe-inspiring Horseshoe Bend, for example. The sheer vibrancy of that red rock contrasted against the deep emerald water is absolutely breathtaking. You see, the Colorado River isn't just a body of water, it's the beating heart of the American West. And for scientists, well, it serves as an unparalleled outdoor laboratory, offering some pretty profound insights into ecology, erosion, and climate change across one of Earth's most remarkable environments. And when we say beating heart, the sheer scale of its impact is mind-boggling. The river stretches an immense 1,450 miles. Along that winding path, it provides vital water for over 40 million people. That's across 7 U.S. states and 2 Mexican states. From sustaining vast agricultural hubs to nurturing incredibly fragile, diverse ecosystems, it is a lifeline in every possible sense of the word. Section 2. Anatomy of the Basin. Now, to truly understand this river's story, we need to map out its anatomy and look at its immense drainage area. What's really interesting here is the stark divide. The geography splits into 2 very distinct regions. You have the Upper Basin, which is defined by its cooler climates, and then the arid Lower Basin, down below Lee's Ferry. This dividing line is absolutely vital for understanding how the region's water is gathered and ultimately handed out. And the total area? Try 243,000 square miles. That is the colossal footprint of the Colorado River Basin. To put that magnificent number into perspective for you, this drainage area collects water from the snowy peaks of Wyoming and Colorado, sweeping all the way down through the sun-baked landscapes of Nevada, Arizona, and California. But the environments packed within this massive footprint, they literally could not be more different. Up in the mountainous Upper Basin, the land can soak up to 50 inches of annual rainfall, capturing heavy snowmelt. Meanwhile, the Lower Basin deserts might see as little as 5 inches of rain a year. So the river acts as this fierce, life-bringing force, constantly battling its way through drastically contrasting extremes. Section 3. Journey through the canyon. Let's trace how this builds. This epic geographic journey starts incredibly humbly. Up at La Poudre Pass in the Rocky Mountains, right smack on the Continental Divide, the mighty Colorado actually begins as a tiny little stream draining a wet meadow. From there, it gathers immense strength, flowing down through massive human infrastructure like the Glen Canyon Dam, before eventually hitting its crowning architectural achievement, the Grand Canyon. In its upper course, the true character of the river is fierce and incredibly energetic. The gradient up here in the rocky headwaters is steep. The water is fresh, it's forceful, and it roars as a perennial stream fed by melting snow and mountain storms. It's young, it's fast, and it is entirely untamed. But it is further downstream that the river achieves true immortality. Over millions of years, this forceful water slashed its way through a wilderness of mountains and plateaus, carving out a 277-mile stretch of unimaginably deep gorges. The Grand Canyon. It is, without a doubt, a masterpiece of geological time. Section 4. Vanishing before the sea. Every natural masterpiece has its vulnerabilities, right? As the river bends south past Las Vegas and enters the Colorado Desert, the gradient lessens, and the story takes a rather dramatic, sobering turn. So the crucial point here is the flow rate, which tells a staggering story of decline. Near Lee's Ferry in the Upper Basin, the river pushes an incredible 8 million gallons per minute, but by the time it reaches its mouth, that flow has plummeted to just 2 million gallons. Why? Because these waters are heavily diverted. We are talking massive siphoning from municipal supplies, hydroelectric dams, and immense agricultural irrigation networks. The toll of all these diversions is immense. Today, Only about 10% of all the water that originally flows into the Colorado River ever actually makes it across the border into Mexico. Vast amounts of water are redirected into places like Southern California's Imperial Valley. By the time it finally reaches the Mexican border at the Morelos Dam, the mighty river has been reduced to a mere trickle. Its flow is almost completely exhausted by human thirst. And this brilliantly, if sadly, illustrates the heartbreaking final chapter to our journey. Today, the true endpoint of the Colorado River doesn't pour majestically into the ocean. Instead, it literally fans out and disappears into the desert sand. Historically, it emptied into the Gulf of California, but today, held back by relentless urban and agricultural demands, it rarely ever sees the sea. Which leaves us facing a monumental challenge. How do we manage the future of a natural marvel that no longer reaches the ocean? As water scarcity increases and demand just continues to surge, sustainable management and conservation aren't just nice options anymore. They're absolute imperatives. The survival of fragile ecosystems, immense agriculture, and the 40 million people depending on it all hang in the balance. It's a profound thought to ponder the next time you turn on the tap, isn't it? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Until next time, keep exploring and keep questioning the world around you.